Roads with their sides eaten up and patches of damaged tarmac are evidence that they need urgent repair. Today, after weeks of a heavy social media campaign to repair the roads, Kampala Affairs Minister Chofa Kabuye issued a statement in response to a directive of Parliament. The picture shows that the improvement of the 2,110 kilometers of roads in the capital is far from near and is impeded by inadequate budgetary allocation.
The current funding levels of Kampala capital city are unsustainable and disconnected to the service delivery expectations. Without losing focus of the problem, like potholes, as you members you also witnessed recently, unless the funding situation at KCCA changes, calls for better roads and associated drainage system will remain a pipe dream.
Parliament heard that a developed Marshall Plan for roads in Kampala requires the distribution of 8 trillion shillings over a period of 10 years.
This plan shall require an estimated funding annually of Uganda shillings 800 billion over the next 10 years, which I talked about in our Drainage Master Plan and the Kampala Development Plan.
To the MP's dismay, the proposed budget for the authority for the financial year 2023-24 is slightly over 400 billion shillings and no funds have been provided for works. While the funds for reconstruction from the government have been cut to 10 billion shillings, down from 48 billion allocated in the current financial year, Kampala Capital City Authority has received only 15 billion shillings.
It is so embarrassing. Where we are sitting on a time bomb because of lack of road maintenance. The moment you don't maintain a road, 102 years, you are going in for full reconstruction.
I just want to inquire from the minister whether Kampala Capital City Authority has a master plan and whether these fire brigade decisions you are taking of pothole fillings are in part of that master plan.
When we look at the GDP of this country, Kampala contributes over 65%. But when you look at the road network, a lot needs to be discussed.
The MPs called for increased funding that is worth the revenue generated by the city, as others connected the wanting state of affairs to bad politics. Many of the political positions fell in the hands of the opposition.
For us to have a better road network in the city, I think the Lord Mayor also must have a good relationship with government. He has sat and told the world that he will never engage the president over issues. And yet, if you want to run a better city, you must engage the principal, the head of state.
State House is occupied by less than 100 people, but it's enjoying nearly 1 trillion shillings. The capital city and the roads and the infrastructure is being enjoyed or is being used by more than 7 million people on a daily basis. And what you had as a release in the first quarter as capital development was less than 12 billion shillings.
Last week, President Museveni directed the Treasury to release 6 billion shillings to fill the potholes and rehabilitate the roads, and even if this is a start, it is but a drop in the ocean given the amounts the authority has said it needs. Jackson Onyango, NTV at Parliament.
We wanted to get from the minister but also our own team.